Michigan's Court of Appeals is set to vote on a petition to repeal the state's emergency financial manager law. Now, back in April, the Board of Canvassers said the font size for the petition, it was too small, essentially extinguishing the issue. But an expert says the board got it wrong. Liam Martin reports.
So this is the petition.
Chris Cornell is a graphic design expert at MSU. He says the petition to repeal the controversial emergency manager law is in compliance with state law.
I determined that it was Calibri bold, set at 14 point.
All of this stems from this scene in April when two Republicans on the State Board of Canvassers rejected the petition, arguing the font size was smaller than the state's 14-point requirement.
It's important for me to let you know that I knew what I was signing when I seen that font.
Chris Cornell says the group opposed to the petition simply measured the font incorrectly.
Simply measuring the height of the capital letter will not give you an accurate point size. It would include the cap height plus the depth of the descender, that's this part of the G that descends below the baseline, plus a little buffer area that is different for a different cap height.
This basically boils down to the type of font that you are using in the petition. As you can see, we've got 5 different fonts here. They're all the same size, but they look completely different. Professor Cornell says that's exactly what happened with this emergency manager petition.
You notice, see that it's capital N compared to the capital N at the same point size of Arial bold.
Democratic groups are calling this an affront to democracy, noting one of the Republican canvassers is connected to the group opposed to the petition.
I would say let the people vote. That's really the bottom line.
And I was convinced that it wasn't a 14-point font.
Norm Schenkel is one of the Republican canvassers who voted against the petition. He says both sides had experts who supported their positions on font size, and he says he just did what he thought was right.
The legislation says it shall be 14, and in my opinion it wasn't so. And that's what 2 of us of the 4 voted.
And it'll be up to the Court of Appeals to determine if he is right. In Lansing, Leah Martin, Fox 47 News.
The Court of Appeals is expected to rule on this issue in the next few weeks. And a note to add, a source tells us that 6 other petitions coming before the board should also be rejected. The Secretary of State has said they received no other challenges based on wrong font size.